Hi, you are welcome to another Microsoft Word tutorials. And in today's video, we are going to learn in different ways or different methods through which we can select text in our Word document. We are going to use three procedures to highlight or select our text in our Word document. And these approaches are using the ribbon of Microsoft Word and also using the mouse pointer and also the computer keyboard. So we are going to use these three approaches to learn how to select text in our Word document. So let's get started. Now, as I said, we are going to start with how to use the ribbon to select a text. Now, if I want to select all this content I have in my Word document, I can use a command on the ribbon. And to do this, I have to move to the Home tab and left click. And in the Home ribbon, we have this editing group. And when you look at this editing group, we have the Find, Replace, and the Select. Let's click on the Select command. And you are going to have these options. And when you click on the first option, which is Select All, this is going to select all the text you have in this Word document. So if you have more than 1 pages or any number of pages that you have, this will select all the content in this particular Word document. So this is how to use the ribbon by going to the Home tab, choosing Select, then you click on Select All. Now, to use the keyboard shortcut to select this content using the ribbon, what you have to do is to press Alt-H-S-L, and when you do so, this is going to give you this option as we use the mouse, and we have this 4 option, and the letter representation for the Select All is A. Therefore, when I press A on the keyboard, this is going to select all this content in this Word document. So this is how to use the mouse and the keyboard on the ribbon of Microsoft Word to select all your content. Now, how to use the mouse pointer in this document area. At the top of this document, you can see I have Microsoft Word tutorials, and this is the heading or the title of this Word document. Therefore, if I want to select this heading, I can click before the heading, left click without releasing the mouse, and drag over this text. And this is going to select this heading. And if I want to apply any formatting to this heading, I can do so by going to the Home tab and choosing a font color, and this is going to take effect. Another way to select this heading is when you place your pointer at this margin. You can see that we have this normal pointer, but when you place your pointer at the beginning, you have this I-beam selection. Therefore, when you move to the margin and left click once, this is going to select the heading of your document, and you have this mini toolbar. You can apply some formatting to it, and you can see that I have formatted this heading. So in Microsoft Word, for you to apply any formatting or to make any changes to your document, you have to select your text before you can apply any formatting. So this is how to select by dragging over it or clicking on the margin to select the text. Now this can be applied to paragraphs, because you can see I have paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here. I have 5 paragraphs here, and in this paragraph I have 3 lines of sentences. And if I want to select the first line in this paragraph, I can place my cursor at the margin and left click, and this is going to select the first line. I can do so for the second line, left click, left click. So you can use the margins to select any line of text in your paragraph. If I want to select all these line of sentences in this paragraph, I can click at the beginning and drag over this text to select. You can also start from the end. You left click and drag to select. And if you want to apply any formatting or editing to this, you can do so. You can also click at the margin to select the first line without releasing the mouse and drag it down to select the remaining text. You can do so for this one. So these are some of the skills you should obtain when it comes to selecting of text or content in Microsoft Word. If you want to select all these text as we did using the ribbon, you can left click and drag over the text, and this will be very tedious if you have a lot of content in your Word document. And as you can see, I have just this little content, therefore I can easily drag over this text to select. The next one, to use the mouse. If I want to select a particular word in this paragraph, I can just click and drag over it to select, and you can see I have selected this word. Click and drag to select, click and drag to select, click and drag to select. But you can see that this particular selection, the selection has moved from the online to select this video. I wanted to select the online, but because I click and drag, it has crossed this space to select the letter V. Therefore, a quick way for you to select a word without affecting the next word is to select the word and double click. And this is going to select the word you just double click, double click, double click. So you can see how simple and quickly it is for you to double click on a word to select. So when you double click, it selects the word. What if you want to select this entire paragraph without left clicking and dragging over it? You can place your cursor in any of these paragraphs and triple click, and this is going to select the entire paragraph in your Word document. Triple click, that is to press the left mouse button thrice to have this effect, and you can see that we have selected this paragraph. And let's say if you want to select multiple words in this paragraph, it is very simple to do this. When you double click to select this word, you can hold your control key on the keyboard, then you double click, and this is going to select these words for you. You hold your control key and double click, and if you have any formatting you can apply to this. You can bold it and you can italize this selected text, and you can see the effect applied to these words that we have selected. So in combination of the keyboard and the mouse, you can also select. So this is how to use the mouse pointer to select a text or a content in your Word document. Now let's see how to use solely the keyboard shortcut to select text in our Word document we have here. Now to do this, you can use the arrow keys to navigate between this, and as you can see I am navigating, and if I want to select this line of text, I can use the shift key and the right arrow key, and you can see that this is selecting the letters individually, and you can see that the selection is moving forward. So using your shift key and the right arrow key, you can select. You can also select using the shift and the left arrow key, and as you can see I am selecting this line of text by selecting the individual letters. So this is another way to use the keyboard shortcut to select a text. If you want to select this entire line in this paragraph, you can use shift key and the end key, and this is going to select this line of text. And if you want to select downwards, you can use shift key and the down arrow key, and as you can see I am selecting this text using the shift key with the end key and also the down arrow key. This will help you to select multiple lines of text. And if you have your cursor at the end of the text, you can use your shift key and the home key, and this will select the line of text. Left click, home and end key, and as you can see I have selected this. And if I want to select upwards, I can use the shift key and the top arrow key, and as you can see I am selecting this text. And it is very simple to do this using the computer keyboard. Now if you want to select this entire document, you can use Ctrl+A, and this is going to select all these text in your Word document. Another way to do this is to use your keyboard Ctrl+Shift as the end key on the keyboard, and this will also select the entire document from the position where the blinking cursor is found. If I click at the beginning of this paragraph and hold Ctrl Shift End, this will select from where the cursor is to the end of this document. If I want to select this paragraph, I can also use the Shift key and the Control key as the home key, and that is also going to select from the position of the cursor to the beginning of the Word document. So this keyboard shortcut is very handy, and when you have them on your fingertips, this is going to help you to easily manipulate your documents in Microsoft Word application. So I hope we've learned something important today, and let's put this into practice, and this is going to really help us and also equip us to be very productive when using Microsoft Word. Please give it a like and want to see your comments in the comment section, and I shall see you in the next video.